The sound of your heels echoed against the marble floors as you rushed across the grand hallway of the mansion, your heart free of anyone else but of him, Jungkook, your boyfriend, your most dangerous secret. He was not just a bodyguard to you, he was storm possessive, commanding, magnetic, a man who could silence an entire room with just one look. And he was yours. So sometimes it felt like you belonged more to him than he to you. Tonight, however, you had pushed him past his patience. You had no mean to, but earlier that afternoon, while waiting for him, you had exchanged a few flirty jokes with one of the waiters at the cafe. Nothing serious, at least not for you, but Jungkook had been watching. He always was, and when his eyes caught yours across the cafe, you had felt the burn of his disapproval, a storm beaving silently in the depths of his tired gaze. He had not said much than only leaned closer when you both left and whispered against your ear, his voice like silk wrapping around steel. You will regret this tonight, princess. And here you were standing in front of your bedroom mirror, hours later wearing the elegant dress he had chosen for you for tonight's family dinner. The white red gown silk that clung to every curve, sit high enough to tease but not expose. You smoothed your hands down your nervously biting your lip as you remembered his warning. The door clicked open behind you. You didn't need to turn to know it was him. His presence filled the room before his footstep even touched the carpet. Tall, broad shoulders, clad in a black tailor suit that fit him like a second skin. Jung was a devastating, his sharp jaw in the sly smirk playing on his lips. The way his tie hung loose around his neck, it all screamed danger, control, and temptation. And his eyes, God, those eyes burn holes into you. You look beautiful, he said smoothly, his deep baritone vibrating through you. But there was a dangerous edge laced in his voice. My beautiful troublemaker, you turned tongue to smile innocently. Cookie, I was not doing anything wrong earlier. I was just laughing with him. His steps were slow, calculated, each one making your heartbeat quicken. He stopped right in front of you, tilting his head down, eyes boring into you. Do you think I didn't notice the way he looked at you, or how you smiled back? Your lips parted right to defend yourself, but he pressed a finger against your mouth, silencing you. No excuses tonight. You knew exactly what you were doing. His voice dropped to a whisper, and you could feel the heat of his breath against your chest. And I told you, when you misbehave, I dash you. Your stomach hardened with a mix of anticipation and nervousness. You knew his. They were not cruel, but they were mercilessly teasing, designed to unravel you piece by piece until you were begging. He stepped back, reaching into his pocket when his hand emerged, your eyes widen off the side of the small black velvet pouch. Cookie, you started, but he silenced you. Yes, baby, you are going to wear it tonight at the family dinner. Your breath is. You can't be serious. Oh, I'm very serious. His tone was calm, almost playful, which made it even more dangerous. He opened the pouch and pulled out a sleek silver, small but dully. He held it between his, like it was your doom. You will sit there, smile at everyone, act like the perfect angel in front of your family, while only you and I knew what's really happening. He trusted your checks. Jungkook, that's insane. What if they notice? He leaned down, his lip brushing your ear, his voice sending shivers through you. That's the point, sweetheart. You will learn your lesson. Next time, you will think twice before giving another man your smile. He swallowed hard, torn between outrage and the intoxicating thrill coursing through your veins. He always knew how to break you down, how to bend you without force, just with his voice, his authority, his devastating control. His hand caressed the side of your face, softening for just a second. Do you trust me? You hated how easily the answer slipped from your lips, whispered, trembling. Yes. Good girl, he smirked wooden dark and satisfied. Your eyes wouldn't young. Don't make me repeat myself. The softness vanished, replaced with that commanding tone that left no room for argument. Your hand shook slightly as you reached under the thin lace with the cool air brushed against your, and you felt the heat in your intensify under his unwavering gaze. You handed him your cheeks flaming. He pocketed them casually as if he had just won a prize. Then, with deliberate slowness, he knelt in front of you. The cold metal made you gasp, and his eyes flicked up, drinking in your reaction. Shh, he murmured. You will keep it in no sounds, no winning, just be a good girl at the table. Your knees trembled and he pressed a firm hand against yours to steady you as he adjusted in place. Then he stood pulling out a sleek from his pocket. He dangled it in front of you, face like it was the key to your sanity. Mine, he whispered, tucking it back into his suit jacket. You could barely breathe. I hate you, you muttered, tough your voice was shaky. No, you don't. He chuckled, brushing his lip against yours in a teasing kiss. You crave me even when I'm cruel. And then he offered you his arm as if nothing sinful was happening. Shall we, princess? They are waiting. The dining room was alive with chatter when you both arrived. Long table, polished wood lined with glasses of wine and silver cutlery. Your family, his employees, sat laughing and talking, unaware of the game about to unfold. Jungkook, the ever-perfect bodyguard, pulled out your chair for you with his usual gentlemanly charm, drawing smiles of approval from your relatives. They all adored him for his manners, his quiet loyalty. If only they knew that he was doing to their beloved daughter right now. You sat down, your dress flowing elegantly around you. Jungkook settled beside you, leaning close just enough to whisper in your ear. Be good. And then he clicked. The dad does to lie flow and steady pulsing against you. Your fork nearly slipped from your hand. You bite your lip, forcing a smile as your aunt asks about your study. So dear, how is the university going? You have been so busy lately. Good. Your stomach gripping the edge of the tablecloth under your hands. Is going good. Jungkook's hand rested casually on the back of your chair, his face calm and readable as he raised his wine glass. To anyone else, he looked like the picture of composure, but you could feel the mischief radiating from him as he discreetly turned up the intensity one notch. You clenched together, trying to suppress the wave of threatening to betray you. Are you alright, sweetheart? Your mother asked, concerned. Yes, you answered too quickly, smiling through gritted teeth. Just a little warm in here. Jungkook's lip brushed against your ear, a whisper so low only you could hear. Behave, or I will turn it higher. You wanted to kill him, you wanted to kiss him, you wanted to melt into the floor, and all you could do was sit there smiling like the perfect daughter while your boyfriend pushed you closer and closer to the edge under the dinner table. The laughter around the table grew louder, wine glasses clinking, forest scraping against porcelain. To everyone else was just another warm family's dinner. To you it was held disguised in velvet and silk. Jungkook had now moved from the spot beside you, his hand casually resting on the back of your chair. His posture perfect. Anyone glancing at him would think he was simply your quiet, dependable bodyguard, calm, polite, and attentive, but under the table with just a flick of his thumb against you. In his pocket, he had complete control of your sanity. Inside you burst the tongue, sending sharp pulses up your spine. You sighed in a shaky breath, your fingers tightening around your wine glass. You shot him a desperate glare from the corner of your eyes. He only smirked, the devastating smirk that said he was enjoying every second of your torment. So, your uncle said suddenly, looking at you, when are we going to meet this young man you have been spending so much time with? We have heard rumors you have someone special. The question froze you in place. The fork nearly slipped from your hand. Someone special. If only they knew the man sitting beside you. Your bodyguard was not just special but dangerous, consuming, and currently making you scream in your seat. You open your mouth to speak, but Tane's slow voice interrupted smoothly. She's been busy with studies, sir, he said, politely bowing his head slightly. His tone was respectful, calm. No one would ever suspect the sadistic amusement hiding underneath. But don't worry, I will make sure she introduces him to you soon. That click again, the intensifies suddenly and you almost gasped out loud, your nails stuck into your palm under the table, your lips touching into a fake smile as your aunt raised her glass. That's wonderful to hear. I knew she had good taste. You first I laughed. Yes, very good taste. Jungkook leaned closer, his lips brushing against your ear, his voice a dark whisper. Good taste? Tell them how good. You pressed together, your pulse racing. Stop it, he whispered under your breath. Answer them properly, baby, or should I turn it higher? You jumped, the buzzing so endless. You nearly dropped your spoon. You felt your entire body tremble. He rushing to you, threatening to expose you in front of everyone. You coughed. Lily be trying to clear your throat, trying to mask your shaky voice. Yes, my taste is perfect. Your father chuckled, raising his glass. Says my daughter. Laughter erupted again around the table, and Jungkook raised his glass too, clinking it with your father's. His face the perfect mask of politeness, but under the table his knee burst against yours, reminding you who owned every piece of you. By that, you were trembling, your entire body on fire. Jungkook didn't let the once, he kept shifting. Slow when you started to compose yourself, fast when you least expected it. You were drawing in the torment, your lips itching from forcing so many fake smiles. When the plates were finally cleared and everyone stood to move into the lounge, you nearly collapsed with relief. But Jungkook's hand around you, steadying you, guiding you toward the hallway, his grip looked protective to others, but to you it felt like shakeless. The moment you were out of sight, he pushed you against the wall of the empty corridor. His body pressing into yours, his eyes were dark. He smirked, winked. You did so well, princess, he whispered, his thumb brushing across your cheek. No one suspected a thing. You glared at him, you're just having your evil Jungkook. He chuckled low and husky, leaning into Grace's lips over your jawline, and you love every second of it. You guessed, Alice suddenly pressed the remote again, this time to the highest setting. Your buckle, your back arching against the wall as a strange jolt escaped your lips. Jungkook, stop, please! You back grabbing his suit jacket desperately. Not until you admit it, he murmured, lips trailing down to your ear. Admit that you are mine, that no one else gets your smile, your laughs, your attention, only me. You shook your head, biting your lip to keep quiet, but the relentless made it impossible to hold out your speak the corner of your eyes as the dash built unbearably. Hi, say it, he demanded, his voice sharp now, his hand keeping your chin to force you to look at him. Say you are mine, I am yours. You guessed finally, the words tumbling out in a broken whispers. Only yours, Cookie. The dash cut off instantly, the sudden silence leaving you trembling and relief washed over you, but before you could catch your breath, his lips crashed onto yours. The kiss was rough, his tongue claiming you with brushing intensity. He devoured you against the wall, his one hand tangled in your hair, the other gripping your. You knew you would have marks tomorrow. When he pulled back, his lips were swollen, his breath raised, his eyes burned into yours, dark with desire and possession. You damn insane, he growled softly, flirting with other men, testing me, pushing me. Do you like making me jealous, baby? I was not. His fingers pressed to your lips. Shh, you know the rules, you are mine. You don't get to play with anyone else's attention. Understand? You nodded quickly, your heart racing, your body trembling in his hold. Good girl, he whispered, brushing a softer kiss against your lips this time. Now let me give you that you have been begging for. He didn't take you to your room. He didn't even wait until you reached the privacy of your suite. Instead, he pushed you into the empty study down the hall, locking the door behind him. The moment the latch clicked, the self-control snapped. His hands were on you, pulling at the of your gown, sliding the fabric to your shoulders, just pulled at your feet. Jungkook's eyes narrowed over you, dark and hungry. Look at you, he muttered almost to himself. My perfect girl. You whimpered as he pressed you against the desk. Bruises into your skin, his hand gripped you, lifting you effortlessly to sit on the polished wood. He commanded. Your cheeks burned, but you obeyed, opening yourself for him. He watching the way you screamed, he whispered, smirking, "You loved every second, didn't you?" "I hate you, you brat," Thuff, your voice cracked, betraying you. He chuckled darkly. "You hate how much you love me." And then he replaced. There with no warning, no hesitation, you cried out, your nails digging into his shoulders. The study filled with the sound of your gas, the desk cracking under the force of his movements. "Whose are you?" he demanded between braces and gripping your throat, lightly forcing you to meet his gaze. "Yours," slipping down your cheeks. "I'm yours, Jungkook, always." "That's right," he growled, making stars explore behind your eyes. "Mine, my girl, my everything." The intensity built and built until you couldn't hold it anymore. He holding you tightly against him like he would never let you go. When it was over, the room was silent except for your raised breaths. Jungkook cradled your face in his hand, kissing you softly now tenderly, the storm in his eyes finally calm. "You will never touch me again like that," he whispered against your lips. "Right, princess?" You nodded weakly, resting your forehead against his. "Never," he smiled softly, brushing his thumb across your cheek. "Good girl, because I would rather dash you like this every night than ever see you give someone else what belongs only to me." And with that, he kissed you again, slow, deep, full of the love that always hid beneath his possessiveness. Because underneath it all, he was not just your bodyguard, he was your everything. The end.